identifies himself as an amateur researcher seeking a solution to the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. Ray concedes that no single idea will provide the answer, but it's forced to wonder if there is any truth to what he heard one night about broadcasting on WFPL, Fort Lauderdale.
Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for tonight's coverage of the Thunderstruck Legends. Tonight, these legends will be taking on the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 75 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee Atman-Lease, and I'm excited to call every second of tonight's Lost Wages 30. Right now, we are in practice. We've got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Eric Tracy on the top of the board with a 16.30. Second is Daniel Pope II, who also ran about a 16.30. And then third is Sam Wetstein with a 16.32. And then fourth, Josh Oswald. Fifth, Terry Bates. We've got 11 cars in the field. And we are going to see who is going to be able to get it done tonight. Now here's a little look at what happened last week. Last week we were at the Irwindale Speedway Inner Oval, where Daniel Pope II started on the pole, led every single lap, and got his first win of the season. Finishing second was Elliot Carlson. Third was Garrett Kinder. Finishing fourth was Rick Rube. And rounding out your top five, that was Eric Tracy. Now, coming into tonight's event, the top three in points are all separated by only 3 points. That's right. Third place is only 3 points off of first place, and second place is only 1 point off of first place. So right now, we see Eric Tracy. He has the point standings lead, but only 1 point behind him. That is Daniel Pope. And then only 3 points behind Eric and 2 points behind Daniel. That is Rick Rube. Then fourth, that is Tyler Rice, and rounding out your top five in points, that is Sam Wetstein. So among those top three drivers, Eric Tracy, Daniel Pope II, and Rick Rube, we very well could have a new point standings leader by the end of this race if Eric Tracy has a rough race. Now, it looks like Rick Rube is not in the session, so he can't get the point standings lead, but Daniel Pope is. What will have to happen is he will need to finish 2 positions or more ahead of Eric Tracy. So we will see if Daniel Pope can do that and grab the point standings lead. So far this season, we have had a unique winner every single race. So we'll see if we have a repeat winner here tonight. We'll say this, Eric Tracy has not won this season, so he's looking for win number 1 here tonight. So drivers getting all of their last minute testing, tuning in before qualifying. Got about 10 seconds left to do anything else they need to do. This is a fixed setup league, so it's just all about the driver. And there we go. Practice is wrapping up. Eric Tracy will finish on the top of the board. But that was just qualifying. Let's see that was just practice. Let's see what qualifying has in store. And there we go. We've got drivers hitting the track. There's Tyler Rice in the 6 machine heading out onto the track. Last week's winner, Daniel Pope in the 16, heading into 3 and 4 before beginning his first lap. We've got Eric Tracy, number 67 on your ticker, number 66 on track, searching for win number 1 this season. He heads through 3 and 4. Same thing with Daniel Pope. And let's see what lap time these guys are going to turn. Tyler Rice is to the top of the board. Then we see Daniel Pope goes to the top of the board with a 16.32. Eric Tracy runs a 16.33. So looks like Pope about 100th ahead of second place Eric Tracy. Third is Josh Oswald with a 16.60. As I say that, Sam Wetstein moves up to third with a 16.54. That will put Sam 2/10 off of first place, Daniel Pope. I will say this, you may notice these little yellow and white bumps on the track. You do not want to hit those. Actually, I'm not sure. From what I remember, they are turtles, and you don't want to hit them, but they look flat. They might just be little rumble strips. I don't believe they are turtles. Still, you don't want to hit them, but if you have to get down onto that apron, you will have to go over those little rumble strips. So I don't think it's like, say, a Myrtle Beach, where if you hit it, it really upsets the car. We have less than 15 cars tonight, which means there will be no B main. It looks like everybody but one driver has qualified. We're just waiting on Terry Bates. Now I want to give a big thank you to our series sponsor, and that is Jeff By Jr. Art. For those of you who don't know who Jeff By Jr. Art is, he is a motorsports art designer. He designs posters, fine art, hero cars, t-shirt designs, and more. Some of his designs include, he actually designed the Canadian Legend Car Series logo. He's designed race logos for sim racing series like ITZR. And he's also designed wraps for people, iRacing wraps. So if you are in the market for a motorsports poster or a motorsports hero card, a t-shirt design, a logo made, an iRacing wrap made, then Jeff By Jr. Art is definitely the person to hit up. I've actually put the link to his Facebook page in the description. If you don't want to click on that, just go to Facebook and type in Jeff By Jr. Art, and it should pop up. Again, if you're in the market for a motorsport design for like a poster, a hero card, a t-shirt, or a logo, then definitely consider hitting up Jeff By Jr. Art. And Jeff By Jr. Art is the proud sponsor of the Thunderstruck Legend Series. So thank you so much to Jeff for sponsoring and supporting the league. And I've looked at some of the stuff that he has done, and he's done a great job. I was actually at Winter Nationals in Florida, and there were some Canadian Legend Car Series drivers, and they had the logo on their cars and on their trailers, and the logo looked absolutely great. So if you want something like that designed for yourself, then definitely make sure to hit up Jeff By Jr. Art. So there we go. It doesn't look like Terry Bates is going to hit the track. So I think we will be getting into our another warm-up. Now, for some of you, I may be an unfamiliar voice. I have not called the first few Legends races. Thank you to Alex Veith for filling in for me. And I'm excited to finally be here full-time, and get to watch these Legends duke it out. So from now on, get used to hearing this voice. I will be the announcer for this Legends series. And Alex Veith will be on the track in that 51 machine after broadcasting the first few races. I did do Charlotte, but then the other races that we have had, the other 3 races that we've had, that was Alex Veith on the call. So again, thank you to Alex for filling in for me. want to quickly talk a little bit about the Butt Kicker, who has partnered with Intensity Broadcasting. Butt Kicker is the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel ultra low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing and gaming hardware that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one is right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. Again, thebuttkicker.com is the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics, and that is the website that belongs to them. So thank you so much to Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. If you're an iRacer, definitely consider checking them out. I always make sure to use my Butt Kicker whenever I am on the sim, and it makes for a fantastic experience. You can feel every little thing, and it's the closest you'll feel on the sim to running in real life. Let's take a look at the starting lineup on the pole with a scorching hot lap time of 16.318. That is the 16 of Daniel Pope. Outside of him, it's Eric Tracy in the 67. Third is that 98 Velocity Motorsports driver of Sam Wetstein. Fourth, another Velocity Motorsports driver. That's Josh Oswald in the 17. And rounding out your top five, it's the 12 Reaper Racing driver of William Griftozer Griffith. In sixth, it's Jason Lotridge in the 03. Seventh is Dark Horse Motorsports' Alex Feith in the 51. Eighth is the 9 Dark Horse Motorsports driver of Mike Veith. Ninth is Devin Schmidt in the 88. And rounding out your top 10, that is the Oval Addicts driver of Tyler Rice in the 6. And last but not least, it is Terry Bates. Pace car making that hard left turn onto pit road. 11 cars fighting for one win. Who will it be? The pace car is in. Here we go. Coming to the green. Green flag is out here at the Bullring. The Lost Wages 30 is underway. There's Daniel Pope up to the gears, leading the field into turns 1 and 2. Eric Tracy on the outside, and we see Wiggles a little bit off of 2. Pope is able to get clear, and we are side by side for second. Wetstein, great run on the bottom. He is clear, and now clear of position number 2. Side by side for third, it is William Griffith and Eric Tracy. Since the green flag dropped, the floodgates have opened for Tracy. That is the rough part of starting on that outside, and he loses another spot as Griffith gets by him in 3 and 4. But as I say that, Tracy! Griffith, contact on the front stretch. Tracy on his roof. Caution is out. Big wreck here at the Bullring. We are going to take a look at the wreckage replay to see exactly what happened with that one. A battle up front gone wrong for William Griffith and Eric Tracy. We're going to see right here what went wrong. So here are Tracy, Griffith side by side heading into turns 3 and 4. We see Griffith has a big run, and he is able to get clear of Tracy. But we see Tracy, and we actually saw he got a little bit sideways there. Lost him some momentum. I think he just lost the car a little bit. Tires cold. And it looks like off of 4, Griffith just loses his car. I guess either he just got loose, or he was trying to turn down to avoid hitting the wall. But we see the car slowly gets sideways, and he just turns right down into Eric Tracy, although he probably would have hit Tracy anyway. But watch this. I'll do it in slow motion as well. No, he actually might have been able to save it. Look at that. Some serious netcode there. As you see, looks like the two never make contact. So that is unfortunate, and look at that. Eric Tracy flies in the air and onto his lid. Ouch. Luckily, he's able to get it back down on all 4 tires, but what a wild ride to start off this race. Lights are off on the pace car coming to the green. And green flag is back out here. Daniel Pope taking off. Great restart for Josh Oswald. He's able to get clear over Sam Wettstein heading into 1 and 2, but Wettstein right on the back bumper of Oswald. Will he try to give him the bumper? Looks like Oswald extending that gap a little bit. Wettstein drives it in deep in 3 and 4, trying to decrease that gap. Now Josh Oswald is reeling in Daniel Pope for that first place position. Top 3 all running very close to each other. Sam Wettstein closing in Josh Oswald bit by bit. Elsewhere in the field, and oh, look at that. Daniel Pope just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 16.57. No other driver has been able to break into the 16.5s thus far. Pope, he is rolling right now. As I say that, Sam Wettstein just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 16.50. Now we have 3 drivers that have broken into the 5s. Pope, Oswald, Wettstein, your top 3. And then Pope breaks into the 4s with a 16.48 new fastest lap time. Right about now is where these tires are going to be peaking. This is where they are at their absolute best, and this is where you're going to kind of want to try to make some moves because the tires are going to get worse and worse and worse every lap these guys turn. 16.46, another best lap time for Daniel Pope. Still, nobody's been able to break into the 16.4s. And once again, another fast lap time for Daniel Pope. Josh Oswald also able to break into the 4s. We have got a 2 wide. There we go. Eric Tracy able to get by Alex Veith for 4th. Remember, Tracy was involved in that first incident, trying to work his way up through the field after restarting in the back of the pack. William Griffith trying to do the same thing, but he hasn't been able to gain as many positions as quick as Eric Tracy. But we see he is able to get under that 51 of Alex Veith. That's Devin Schmidt in that 88 car. Side by side for 7th, Griffith, Veith. Griffith with the nose off of 4, and he is clear. William Griffith now to 7th. And Alex Veith will fall into 8th. Tyler Rice runs in 9th, and he's reeling in Alex Veith for 8th. So Alex Veith blinking a little bit there. Alex Veith trying to reel back in William Griffith for that 7th place spot, but wow, big run into 3 and 4 for the 51, but when we saw he drove it in deep, it kind of sacrificed his entry a little bit, or excuse me, his exit, and so that will cause Griffith to have a great run off the corner. And Alex Veith blinking very bad right now. He's got Tyler Rice reeling him in for that 8th place position. Griffith, he's looking low under the 88 machine. He's going to try to dive it down into 1 and 2. I will say this, I've seen this in official races. If worse comes to worse, or if it's maybe if you have to do it, if somebody's, we see he kind of slips off of 4 there, and that'll open the door for the 12 machine. He's able to get under him there side by side through 1 and 2 onto the back stretch. Looks like Griffith, big run, and he is able to get clear. William Griffith now to 6th, and Devin Schmidt, he will fall to 7th. But as I was saying, we may see some drivers throughout this race if they need to, especially later in the race when patience begins to run out. Might see some drivers dive it all the way down on that apron to try to make a move. It's available. It's ready to be used. The question is, will somebody do it? Daniel Pope has got himself a 1.5 second lead over second place, Josh Oswald. Let me tell you a little bit about the track that we are racing at tonight. The Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway is racing's answer to truth in advertising. Located a stone's throw away from the big mile and a half, and there's a caution flag out here. Second caution of the race. Let's take a look at what happened. Looks like Mike Veith has crashed. He already had some damage on that 9 machine. Here we go. So we're watching Griffith looking low under that 9 machine. They're side by side on the front stretch. Veith, keep in mind, he's being lapped by Griffith. Or not, he's not being put down a lap, but he's just going by him. And the 9 car just looks like he's just starting to lose it. And the 9 car just completely goes around, and unfortunately, and he goes down right in front of Tyler Rice. Tyler Rice just nowhere to go. Yeah, it looked like Veith already had some damage. His toe might have been knocked out if he had hit something that could have knocked it out previously. Yeah, it looks like he just loses the car. Whew! ADA to Devin Schmidt. He got lucky that he avoided that incident there. And Mike Veith is into the pits, I'm sure, going to take his one and only fast repair to get that damage repaired on that 9 machine. So we are pacing here at the Bullring. Daniel Pope remains your leader, as he has been for this race thus far. So far, it looks like nobody has been able to really touch Daniel Pope for this lead. But I say, continue to keep your eye out on Josh Oswald and that 17 machine, who will be restarting outside of him. One driver who's looking for a great restart here just because he's starting right behind the control car. That is the 98 of Sam Wetstein. He's hoping to get under Josh Oswald as they head into turns 1 and 2. And then also watch out for Eric Tracy in 4th, rounding out your top 5. That's Jason Lottridge. And green flag is back out here at the Bullring. There's Daniel Pope taking off. He leads the field into 1 and 2, and he is able to get clear over Josh Oswald. Looks like Sam Wetstein didn't really get the restart that I thought he might have tried to get. Big run into 3 and 4 for Josh Oswald. He's trying to do everything he can to get up to Pope while he's right within striking distance, but already Pope extending that gap between him and Oswald. Eric Tracy looking low under Sam Wetstein. He dives down into 3 and 4. Sam Wetstein will give him that inside groove, and looks like Eric Tracy is able to get clear. And as that happens, the caution flag will come out. And this will be our 3rd caution of the race here. Let's take a look at the wreckage rewind to see exactly what happened. And it's like William Griffith's no good, horrible, very bad night continues. What's it? His terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So let's see. He's running side by side with Devin Schmidt heading into 1 and 2. And again, I thought maybe he was going to lose it there. Looked like he was having to fight the car maybe a little bit. It's like they're fine on the backstretch. We see also that 2 car of Terry Bates is trailing behind them. There we go, heading into 3 and 4. Ooh. Fighting over the same piece of real estate. It looks to me the 12 car does seem to drift down. But it also looks like the 88's rear end kind of slides out a little bit. I think that was just a racing incident. 2 drivers fighting for the same piece of real estate, and unfortunately both of them slam the outside walls and losing their noses. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens on these short tracks. There's so little room for error, so little room to make moves that, you know, if you fight too close, it could end up in disaster, and that's kind of how it looked like it. I think Griffith was trying to pinch him down, and the 88 of Schmidt had a free car, or he has, I think everybody has the same setup, but he looked kind of free, and it seemed like he was trying to just have all the room he can on the bottom. They just kind of met in the middle, fighting over the same piece of real estate, and it didn't work out. But just got to regroup and try to get back up there. It's like both of them took their faster pairs. Lights, there we go. Pace car's in. Green flag is back out here at the Bullring. There's Daniel Pope taking off. Josh Oswald trying to make a move as he's, right there between him and Daniel Pope. And watch out, here comes Eric Tracy. He is reeling in. Oswald fast. He is right on his back bumper, heading through turns 3 and 4. Daniel Pope going to lead that lap. Josh Oswald second. Eric Tracy third. Let's see what Tracy's going to try to do here. He's looking low, heading into turns 3 and 4. He's going to dive it down. And he's got the nose, he's got the run, and he is clear. Eric Tracy back to second, back where he started this race. And now it's time for him to try to track down Daniel Pope for this race lead. Now Josh Oswald, Sam Wetstein running close with each other. I will say this, Josh Oswald, he is sticking right with Eric Tracy for that second place position. But can he get by him? Right now, you could throw a blanket over second through fourth right now. Tracy, Oswald, Wetstein all running very close to each other. And we've got another yellow flag here at the Bullring. Unfortunately, it looks like another incident with Devin Schmidt. So let's see what happened to Devin. We're getting the wreckage replay up here. All right, here's a look at what happened. Here's Devin Schmidt heading off of turn number 4. He's trailing behind Alex Veith. And here they go, heading into turns 1 and 2. And looks like off of 2, Schmidt, who already we saw was kind of loose from that previous incident. We kind of saw the rear end snap out in 3 and 4 last caution. Looks like the same thing happens again. He gets sideways, tries to save the car, but goes bam, right into that outside wall. Clobbers the right side of that legend, or the right front. And unfortunately, that's the second time in about 5 laps where we've seen him into that outside wall. He is manually disconnected. Devin Schmidt, he is done for the night. Lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back green here. Daniel Pope starting on the bottom. Eric Tracy on the top. Behind them is Oswald, Wettstein, and Tyler Rice. Green flag is back out here at the Bullring, and there's Daniel Pope taking off side by side for second. Great restart for Oswald. Oswald with the nose over Eric Tracy, heading off at 2. He's able to maintain that, and a little bit more. He gained. There we go. Josh Oswald is clear into that second place spot. I apologize. Josh Hall is one of the announcers here with Intensity Broadcasting. This is Josh Oswald running in third. Eric Tracy trying to get back by Oswald for that second place position. He's staying right with him, not letting him get too far ahead. Waiting for Oswald to make a mistake. He is right within striking distance, just trying to wait for the perfect opportunity to make his move. And Sam Wettstein trying to get up there as well to maybe join this battle. He actually ran a faster lap time than both of them last time by. And then everybody is, of course, trying to catch Daniel Pope for that first place position. Pope, if he wins tonight, he will have grabbed 2 in a row. 25 laps to go here at the Bullring. That's 25 more laps for Daniel Pope to try to hang on to that lead. Man, Eric Tracy, he is all over the back bumper of that 17 machine. Just trying to figure out what he needs to do. There we go. He looks low heading into 3 and 4. He sticks his nose in. He makes it work. He's got a great run off of 4. And he is almost clear. Oswald trying to fight. Nope. Eric Tracy back clear over Josh Oswald for that second place position. He is back to where he started this race. Now here comes Sam Wettstein joining in this party as well. He reels in Josh Oswald for third. See, Josh Oswald, he is keeping right up with Eric Tracy for second. Tracy not able to get too far away. He's not able to take a breath yet. And there we go. He finally gets a little bit of a gap between him and Oswald. Do want to quickly talk about the track that we are racing at tonight. That's the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway is racing's answer to truth in advertising. Located a stone's throw away from the big mile and a half super speedway that hosts NASCAR's Big 3 National Touring Championships each year, the Bullring is an asphalt oval that's short on distance, 3/8 of a mile, and long on action. The Bullring's relatively long straights and tight turns make for great wheel-to-wheel racing and plenty of rubbing, but the track schedule is no less action-packed. From March through November, the track's weekly shows feature NASCAR's super late models, super stocks, bombers and Grand American modifieds, and USLCI legends, Thunder Cars, and Bandoleros, with occasional visits by the likes of the Lucas Oil Modifieds and USAC HPD Midgets mixed in for good measure. And in contrast to the nearby Las Vegas Strip, what happens at the Bullring doesn't always stay at the Bullring. Just ask Kyle Busch, who registered more than 24 wins at the Bullring as a teenage phenom, en route to a hugely successful career in NASCAR's Premier Series. Definitely for Legend Car and Bandolero racing, Las Vegas is the West Coast capital of Legend Car and Bandolero racing. We see all of the West Coast drivers come here and race here. I know Brexton Busch is going to be running his Bandolero here on March the 4th after getting a few wins at Citrus County Speedway for the Winter Nationals. And of course, this is also where the Asphalt Legends Nationals was last season. I don't know if it'll be here again. But yeah, this is definitely the Legend Car capital of the West Coast. Always great racing here. We got 13 laps to go. Daniel Pope, 4/10 lead over second place, Eric Tracy. Eric Tracy, he is not too far behind if Pope were to slip up or if he were to maybe just have a bad lap. Tracy's right there to take advantage of that. He is about now 3/10 off. Look at that. They're in the same frame together. It's not like he's so far off they can't even be in the same frame. So it's not over. This race is not over yet for Eric Tracy. These last 11, 10 laps, he's just got to be super consistent, hit his marks, and of course, once he gets up to him, be aggressive. If Tracy comes up to Pope, I'm sure he'll not be afraid to use that bumper on that Legend car and maybe even dive it down into the corner on that apron, which is, like I mentioned, is readily available on that bottom if somebody so chooses to go down there. Look at that. He is decreasing that gap very, very quickly. Eric Tracy, watch out. Less than 10 laps to go. This race is not over, and we are going to have a restart. Caution is out here at the Bullring. That is not what Daniel Pope wanted to see. He was hoping to try to just hang on to that lead for the last 9 laps. Just have a nice green flag run, but looks like some drivers said nope. No green flag run to the finish. Let's see what happened. Here's Jason Lotridge, who was running in that 6th place position. We see he's heading into 3 and 4. Looks like he just pushes way up the track. And, smacks that outside wall. I guess maybe the tires are really starting to wear and the car's starting to get tight. And, Griffith plows right into him. Alex Veith makes contact with him. Ouch. Looks like we've got Jason Lotridge, Alex Veith on pit road, getting their fast repairs taken care of. So heading into these last 5 laps, here are my ones to watch. I mean, first of all, your leader, Daniel Pope, he's led all race long after starting on the pole. He has shown immense speed, and he's hoping to hang on to this lead for the rest of the race, but not if anything Eric Tracy has to say about it. Tracy was fastest in practice, but was just a little bit off of the pole. He is hoping to try to have a good restart and take that lead before the checkered flag waves. Also, if something happens up front, don't count out Alex Veith in that 17 machine. He has been fast all race long. He's been running in second and has been kind of close to Daniel Pope. So we'll see if maybe Josh Oswald has something to say. And then also, restarting in 5th, Tyler Rice. He could maybe have a good restart and get up there to the front. Watch out. So, I mean, those are my 4. Pace car is in. Here we go. A green, white checkered, I guess you could say. Green flag, back out here at the Bullring. There is Daniel Pope taking off. Great restart for Josh Oswald. He looked like he was going to try to maybe send it underneath the 66, but he's going to stay behind him. All right, Eric Tracy chasing Daniel Pope for the lead. He's got 3, about to be 2 laps to go to try to do something. Eric Tracy's got to hit his marks. He's got to be consistent these last 2 laps, and he's got to be aggressive if he wants to try to get the win. He's got to really try to close the gap here. All right, big run there through turns 3 and 4. Final lap. What is Eric Tracy going to try to do? Gets it through 1 and 2. And he's got a big run off of 2. He's going to try to send it here into 3 and 4, but he cannot get up to that 16. Daniel Pope will win his 2nd race of the season, his 2nd win of the row here at the Bullring. And look at that. Eric Tracy will finish second. And, we've got a massive wreck on the backstretch. Cars flipping, tempers flaring. I'm just kidding. Nobody's mad. This is the Thunderstruck Demolition Derby that happens. And look at this. It's mass carnage. Oh my goodness. Cars flipping in the air. Never a dull moment here at the Bullring. It's now time for the driver interviews. All right, we are going to start off by pulling in your third place finisher from Laurie's Station, Pennsylvania. It's time to pull in the Jet, Josh the Jet Oswald. Josh, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you. How are you?
Doing pretty good up here in the broadcast booth. And, man, looks like you were doing pretty good on track, running in the top 3 for a majority of the race after starting in 4th. You were able to get up close. You were able to keep up on those last few restarts with the leaders, but you just couldn't quite get by Pope or Tracy after, Tracy got by you. So, I mean, what was your take on this track? What was your take on this race?
I'm very much still learning with the Legend cars. Prior to us switching to these cars, I really didn't race them that much, so it's been a learning curve, and I'm just happy tonight to finally put a clean race together and not be involved in some sort of wreck that puts me behind. So I was getting a little too tight, and it was probably me overdriving the car on the entry, getting the front tires too heated. But like I said, I'm still learning these, but I'll get the hang of it eventually.
After running these Legends for a little bit, I mean, what do you think is kind of the key to saving tires?
Really, it seemed to me just being smooth with them, because I don't believe these are a race tire. I think they're a street tire, so they can get real heated up. And it's really just trying to be, little wheel movement, just keeping the momentum with these cars also, just not bogging them down, keeping the little engine screaming. It's what seems to be, I said, I'm getting there. I'm not quite up there yet, but, hopefully before the end of the season, figure it out.
Now, before we let you go, Josh, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Absolutely. I'd like to thank you for taking care of the broadcast. Everybody at Thunderstruck Super Series, Velocity Motorsports, Superior Performance Motorsports, Big Frig Coolers, and all my friends and family that watch at home.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the podium tonight, Josh. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, you too, man.
Thank you. All right, let's now pull in your second place finisher, driver of the number 67. Let's pull in Eric Tracy. Eric, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing pretty good up here in the broadcast booth, and looks like you were doing pretty good on track. Man, it was quite the roller coaster race for you. You got involved in a wreck early on, had to restart in the back of the pack, but you made quick work working your way back up to the field, and you were right there at the end, right by Pope, but you just couldn't quite get by him. I mean, what do you think you maybe could have done differently to change the result of this race?
I don't know if there was a whole lot I could have done differently with the way things played out. What I really didn't need was that caution with like 8 to go. I was starting to run him down and probably would have had enough time to try to work on him a little bit, but when we had that caution and only a few laps to go after that, then it takes a few laps for everything to kind of sort back out and get rolling again, and by then the race was over.
Yeah, I know. When I saw that caution flag come out, I'm like, I'm not sure if that's going to help him or hurt him, but I mean, you haven't gotten a win this season, I know, but you're leading the point standings. I mean, what do you think you need to do to get that monkey off your back?
Honestly, probably just start on the pole. I've started second, I think, pretty much every Thunderstruck race for the last 2 weeks, and starting outside front row is just not a great place. By the time you finally get down, you're down in 4th or 5th, and it just kind of puts you behind the 8 ball to start. So really probably just need to be a little bit faster in qualifying, and that may change the outcome at the end.
Now, before I let you go, Eric, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yeah, I mean the SVM guys, everybody that runs, you guys for doing this. It's Thunderstruck, Josh, and everybody that puts it on. It's fun to come out here and run these races.
Well, it's definitely fun watching you tonight as you chase down Daniel Pope, and hopefully in the near future we'll get to do a Victory Lane interview with you. But in the meantime, congrats on the runner-up tonight, Eric, and have a great rest of your night.
Yep, you too. Thanks.
All right, and now let's pull in your first place finisher, grabbing his second win of the season, second win in a row. Let's go ahead and pull in Daniel Pope. Daniel, this is Atlanta Broadcast Booth. You have a copy.
I got you.
Awesome. Well, phenomenal run here tonight at the Bullring. Started on the pole, led every single lap, and grabbed your second win of the season, second win in a row. It was just an overall great night here at the Bullring. Of course, didn't come easy. You had drivers on your rear bumper a lot for tonight's event with Eric Tracy and Josh Oswald, but you were able to hold everyone off. I mean, what was your key to your win tonight?
Qualifying, being able to sit on the pole, control the race. It's pretty much the way it is on the short track stuff, and thankfully the Canadian Dale Earnhardt Park Traves wasn't here. That made it easier too.
So this is your second win of the season, second win in a row. Do you think maybe some stuff that you learned last week at Irwindale Speedway Inter helped you any?
Maybe. I never ran a Legend around Bullring. It was definitely a lot different. It took me a few laps of practice to get my mind out of driving like a super or late model stock car there, but it's fun. Fun little track, fun little car, and really enjoyed it.
Now, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yeah, I got to thank Jeff by Art. If anybody needs any posters, t-shirts, car paints, anything, hit up Jeff by Art on Facebook. Real good guy, real good designer. Stuff looks phenomenal. He does logos for like the Canadian National Legend League, and he does all our team logos and ITZR stuff. He's very, very good at painter.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the win tonight, second win of the season, and hopefully we might get you in victory lane a couple more races throughout. So, again, congrats on the win tonight, and have a great rest of your night.
You too, man.
Thank you. All right. Well, that will do it for tonight's event. One more time, congratulations to Daniel Pope on his second win of the season, second win in a row. I want to thank all of the league admins here in the Thunderstruck Super Series. Josh Oswald, Logan Sturgeon, Sam Wetstein, William Griffith, Aaron Ward, Jason Warren, Joaquin Meza, Michael Swink, and Shannon Wilder. Thank you to all of them for all that they do for this league. Without them, this league would not run as smoothly as it does. Thank you so much to Jeff By Jr. Art for sponsoring the Legend Series. Make sure to go check out his Facebook page if you are in the market for any motorsports hero cards or logos or iRacing wraps, or any kind of motorsport design that you so need. Definitely consider hitting him up. I put the link to his Facebook page in the description. If you won't want to go that route, just go to Facebook and type in Jeff By Jr. Art. So thank you to him, and thank you to the Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. Make sure to go check them out if you're an iRacer. It's definitely a good thing that you want to have to help enhance your iRacing experience. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in to watch tonight. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as that would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 1,000 followers on Twitch. Check us out on Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. And check out our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. There you can find everything from your favorite broadcaster, your favorite drivers, your favorite leagues, and so much more. We've got all of our Intensity Broadcasting merchandise on there. At Luis Racing merchandise, a bunch of cool auto racing novelty items. Our driver collections, our lifestyle collections, our team collections, and of course our league collections. Especially make sure to check out the Thunderstruck collection of our league collections and pick up a Thunderstruck t-shirt. That comes in 2 different designs, and Bunch of different snazzy colors, and they come in sizes small to 5XL. I'm Matt Manuation on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.